It's time to eat. It's time to talk about all of those fabulous recipes from your favorite restaurants. Tamra, are you telling me I can cook those famous chicken dishes in my very own home?
You can, and you know what? I got an advanced copy, and I tried it yesterday. Let me tell you, they work. You're going to love these.
Oh my God.
Think about all of the money that you're going to save without, not having to go out to those famous restaurants. Your favorite restaurants, 'cause no matter which one it is, maybe it's the Colonel, maybe it's where you get that really great cheesecake, or maybe you just love Italian food and you like to go to the Garden. All of those restaurants, well, there's some of those favorite recipes from those favorite restaurants right here in this book. Now, I have to tell you, it just hit newsstands, or the bookstores, I should say, in July, but we will send it directly to your door. And I want you to meet the author of the book. He has formulated all of these recipes. He's tried them out, compiled them into the book. His name is Ron Douglas, and it's great to have you this morning.
Oh, it's great to be here, Tamara. Thanks for having me on. I'm
Definitely.
really fired up to talk about these delicious recipes.
And I know that you are, so tell me, let me just get right to it. How did you find the recipes?
Well, it started out as a hobby. Like each week I would try a couple of recipes at home, and eventually I began posting them on my website, and the people on my website would, try the recipes themselves, provide feedback on them, and eventually we created such a huge collection of these recipes where we just had to publish a cookbook. It was just in demand.
Yeah.
So we published this and became a bestseller, America's Most Wanted Recipes.
And I love the name of it because it's America's Most Wanted Recipes, because these are from America's favorite restaurants, which is what we love about that. Okay, so let me ask you, so when I try the recipes, how close are they going to be to the final product?
Well, a lot of people tell me they can't tell the difference, really. I mean, people try it and they're amazed, like, wow, this tastes just like the restaurant. So I challenge people at home to try these themselves, and people will freak out and say, wow, I can't believe you made these yourself.
And I have to say, because I did get an advanced copy, and I had to fight for it. And I made those buttermilk biscuits. I've been wanting to make those forever. My favorite buttermilk biscuits, from that chicken place with the bucket. You know what I'm talking about. They tasted exactly the same.
Right.
Exactly the same. So if you're saying, can I do this? Yes, you can. And let me tell you, when I made it, there were only 6 ingredients. I had 5 of the 6 ingredients already in my cabinet, in my pantry. So when you're saying, can I try this? Do they involve really exotic, ingredients and things like that? Not necessarily. Pick it up, try it out, flip through the pages. There are 267 pages in here. You're going to see easy to follow recipes, step by step. Do not be intimidated. If you're saying, I've never really used a cookbook before, this is going to be the best one, because you already know what the food is supposed to taste like, because it comes from your favorite restaurants, like this. This is sort of that original recipe chicken.
Right.
You know what we're talking about. I'm going to bite into that in just a second. But if you're looking at this, I want to give you the chance to pick it up this morning, $14.95. So with all of the favorite restaurants out there, Ron, how did you choose these recipes?
Well, these recipes are by request from the people on our website and through popularity. These are really the recipes that people love from their favorite restaurants, and we're happy to bring it to you, and you can make it at home and actually save money in the process.
And what do your friends think about it? Because I know that they've tried them too.
Oh, they love these dishes. These are always a big hit. Like some of these dishes, for instance, it's football season, so I might make the the hot wings and the potato skins here, and they taste just like they come from the restaurant.
And when you think about, I'm sorry, I'm talking with food in my mouth, but they taste so good. When you think about all the time, all of the money that you spend when you go to the restaurants, and we love those, we love the experience, but there are a lot of things that we don't like about when we go out, like having to wait for 45 minutes for a table, especially if you have like a party of 4, a party of 6.
Right.
How long do you have to wait? And then, yes, you eat and the food is really good, but then you get the bill at the end, and then that's not fun. And remember, that was just one meal. Can you imagine if you can do this every day, whenever you sort of get that craving? Because every now and then you just kind of want some wings. You just kind of want some nachos. This is the way that you go. We're showing you a still of the estimated savings that you're going to get when you cook it at home using your America's Most Wanted Recipe Cookbook versus when you go out. And do you see the difference? Do you see how much you can save? And that's over maybe one time of savings. Think about over a month, because how often do you go out? Think about over a year, because how often do you go out? And that's, again, just for one person. Imagine if it's more than, if you've got a family of 4, family of 6, that can really add up. This is the way you want to go. Look, you've got your chocolate lasagna. Oh, I know you can't tell us exactly where it's from, but in the book, you'll recognize every single name. When you look here at the cheesecake, and I have to say, personally, on the cheesecake, There's that restaurant that I've made it my personal goal to try to get through all the cheesecakes on their menu. This is one of them. And this, you did like an Oreo cheesecake here.
Yes, the Oreo cheesecake, it comes out really yummy. It's actually one of my favorite dishes in the entire cookbook, and it's always a hit. I mean, you make this at home, your family and friends will love you for it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what your favorite recipe was in the book.
Yes, this one right here.
And this is it.
It's taken us years to come up with these recipes, years of trial and error, years of feedback and collective effort through the people on our website. And, you know, I can honestly say that these come out close, if not exact, to what you would have at a restaurant.
And it just, you know what, it's fun. And I want to really encourage you, if you like to cook, but you've really kind of gotten bored with the same 5 or 6 meals you make over and over, you know, Monday is spaghetti night, Tuesday is chicken night, you know what I'm saying, over and over, and you really want to maybe try those baby back ribs from that, you know, that recipe that made them famous. Or maybe it's those cheddar cheese, those cheddar biscuits that you have that come out right before your seafood.
Right.
You know, you've got that right here. Like I said, I made the buttermilk biscuits last night, and sorry, a piece of chicken's missing because that's what I have right here. It's so good. Everything tastes so crisp, and it's easy to use. Once again, I want to just impress upon you. Ron just really broke it down step by step. The ingredients are easy to use. He tells you how much, when to put it in. It's easy to follow. And like I said, you already know what it's supposed to taste like at the end because you've already tasted the food. And that's why we are so happy to bring this to you this morning. Under $15, even if you're saying, well, maybe you're not the cook, but you know somebody in your family who is, or your sister is a big cook and she's constantly going out to dinner and complaining about how much she has to spend for the whole family, you know, you've just solved her problem right here. And you really take us through from appetizer to meal to salads to soups all the way to dessert. Nothing's missing here.
And the great part is, I mean, you can make these dishes at home on demand whenever you want to. Like just the other day, my daughter wanted to go to Red Lobster, and it was raining out, so I told her that, no, you know, we can't go. It's raining out, but how about I make these biscuits for you at home? And I made them, and she was so happy. She loved them. And, you know, it's just a thing. You can make it on demand whenever you want. And the other good part about this is you can adjust the recipe ingredients to make the recipes more healthy, whereas in a restaurant, you don't have that option. At home, you could, you know, if your family is very, very health conscious, you can substitute certain ingredients and make it the way you like it.
Oh my God, this is right on. This is right on. Like this is so right there.
Glad you like it.
And this is the funny part. A lot of times we do go out to our favorite restaurants just for the bread that they bring to us before the meal. You know what I mean? Or just for the dessert. And so with that, I'm sorry I'm talking with my food in my mouth, but it's just so good. With that, you've got all of that in the book. There are 267 pages. Think about all of the things that you could make, and you can really spice up what you normally have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, appetizer, all of that. Like we were talking about, it is football season. When the family comes over, you want to serve them the nachos, you've got that right there. Perfect. I want to let you know the fact that this book really, the fact that we can send it directly to you makes it that perfect gift. So if you're getting it for yourself, or you're getting it for a friend or a family member, or maybe somebody who's just now starting to cook, and all the cookbooks out there are, you know, the basics. You've been there, done that. There's a reason we go to the restaurants, spend a lot of time, spend a lot of money for the food that they serve us. It's because it tastes good. And the fact that now that you can make it at home just really, you know, it says it all.
And you could also mix and match. Like in this book, there's over 200 restaurant recipes from 57 different restaurants, and you can mix and match. Say, for instance, you want to have the Chili's baby back ribs and mix it with the TGIF potato skins. You could also, as a dessert, you could have the Cheesecake Factory Oreo cheesecake. So, you know, imagine like you have the best of both worlds all in one kitchen.
You can. And you know what, I have to say that this is the first time that we've had Ron Douglas on with us, and it is his only show. This is it. Don't say, well, I'll call my sister and tell her to watch HSN later on today, and we'll watch the presentation together. Nope, this is his only show, the only time we have him. So right now, this is going to be your only time to get the book, and I really want to encourage you to get it. And look at this. When I say 267 pages, there is a recipe on every single page, and every one is easy to follow, and it's from American food to Italian food to seafood to Asian fusion food. All of that is right in the palm of your hands. I have to say, there are times where I've actually gone out to the restaurants and I've had their famous potatoes or something, and I've gone home and tried to make them myself, and it was a disaster. But you and your expertise and all of the people that you worked with to help combine all of this really hit the nail on the head.
Right. It's been years of trial and error that went into this, and these are the recipes. I mean, these are our version of the recipes that come out just like the restaurants. And we're very proud of these, and we want people at home to try them and see what you think as well.
Yeah, and I love the fact that, like you said, once you make them and you really understand how to make them, then you can substitute. If you want to use, make it sugar-free, if you want to do something different, you can kind of change it up for yourself, but you have the option. Now, I see that a lot of you are on the phone, and I'm so glad that a lot of you are calling in to get this book. I want to remind you, the only show that we have with Ron Douglas this morning is right this second. And we had him during our HSN Today show because that's when a lot of you are probably cooking breakfast for your family, and you're thinking ahead, like, what am I going to make for dinner? Oh, gosh, it's Friday. We're going to have to go out tonight. That's another who knows how much money, depending on where you're going. Instead of going out or ordering in, you can cook for yourself. Think about all the money you're going to save, all the time you're going to save, all the headache and energy you're going to save, but you're still getting exactly what you want. So I have to say thank you for writing this.
Oh, thank you for having me on the show and showing everybody the book. And with just one of these recipes, you can save so much money that you'll recoup the cost of the book in itself.
Yeah, the first time.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, $14.95. It is 547671. That's the item number. Brand new to us here at HSN and the only show today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great having you. Okay, Adam is going to continue on with you so that I can eat a little bit more. But I want to show you some of the things that we have coming up in this hour.